So I am doing something really scary and nerve-wracking for me and recording this video because my colleague Sam Spencer really inspired me with her YouTube project now that we are spending some time in lockdown. And she asked us to create some videos talking about our routines. So I'll link her video down below so you guys can go see it. But yeah, I'm pretty nervous, so pardon me if I like freak out or don't look at the camera because that way I can pretend that I am talking to myself, which is less nervous, but also not the best choice. So she talks a lot about how routines can be helpful for mental health, and I figured I talk to my students about mental health pretty often, so I will tell y'all a little bit more about that. I have pretty bad anxiety. I also have ADHD, and I'm bipolar, but I primarily deal with the depression side. So being cooped up, even though I'm an introvert, is not my favorite thing in the world. There's something really different from, oh, I want to stay in my house and not interact with people. And then, oh, I have to stay in my house. And there aren't like regular routines, like as a teacher, my entire life is decided by the bell. So, like, I know how long 51 minutes is because that's when our bells ring. And that's why I'm always confused on Wednesdays when classes are shorter. But I don't have the bell schedule, and there aren't students waiting for me. So I'm the reason I have to get out of bed. I have to find a way to actually kind of be productive just so I don't fall into a funk. So I have a routine. Today's day 7 of this routine, and it's not perfect, but here are some things that I'm doing. So I try to wake up at the usual-ish time. I don't have a commute, so sometimes I will wake up at 8 when I usually would start working. On days when my roommate stays home, is working from home. She doesn't start until 9. So on those days, I'll sleep in and I'll start my work day when she does. So today was one of those days. And I'm being good to myself, like spend extra time doing my skincare in the morning, make myself some breakfast, make sure I have coffee. Some of the stuff that I don't get to do when it's a regular school day. I am dressing up. So this is like an actual outfit. Um, and I'm wearing real shoes and I'm wearing jewelry, which I don't do at home very often. I like come home and immediately start taking off most stuff except for the body jewelry. But dressing up makes me feel like it's not just a vacation, right? Like I can focus and I can do things. So I do that. I also set one work priority for the day, and one personal priority because I know that I'm not going to be able to do everything and I don't want to overwhelm myself. I'm also one of those people that if I fail to complete my tasks, I'm going to feel really bad about it later. So I've been working on just having like, what's your one big thing that you want to accomplish for work, for personal life? And I am also doing a big personal project right now. So the reason that my background is some blinds and a lamp is that I'm facing the rest of my room, which is a hot mess right now because my big personal project that I'm doing right now is spring cleaning. And I got some new furniture. I'm going through like boxes, years and years of stuff. I'm going through my closet and doing a little bit of Marie Kondo, just making sure that I'm keeping things that I'm actually wearing, things that I want to keep, making sure that I'm creating a space that I really want to spend time in. When I'm in my apartment, I usually am out there, like spending time in the living area. My computer is out there, and it means that this room has kind of gone by the wayside, right? Like I come in here to sleep. So now I'm trying to create a space that feels better, that is like it can be my sanctuary if I want to come in here and do my bullet journaling or do some reading or just like hang out, maybe take some of my video calls with friends in here instead of out there in the living area. So you will probably see, I'll do a video tour most likely once it's set up and show you guys a little bit of what it looks like. So stay tuned for that. And yes, I'm saying that so that I will try to force myself to do another video once I'm brave enough to post this one. And I also am trying to keep track of tasks via the system that I was using when we were in school. I started it about February of this year, maybe late January. But it's via Trello, which is my new favorite app. So I have my entire life on Trello now, and I just have like multiple categories of lists, and then each of them has items to do with due dates because that's the way that I like to do things, like visualizing what I have to do. And for some people, like just writing a list down on paper would work. Some people like stuff like Todoist, or some people do it on Google Keep. I used to just do it on Google Tasks on Calendar. So I'll drop some links below if you are not sure how to handle your to-do list right now, or you just want to maybe take on the project of creating a new organizational system for yourself. I did that project a couple months ago, and yes, I procrastinated a little bit on the stuff that I had to do by like making new lists, but it's been really helpful to have a system that works for me, because I think my issue with staying organized and keeping routines is that I've been trying to do everybody else's routines or follow everybody else's recommendations. And this year, you know, even though we have a pandemic going on, I really want to focus on things that work for me and on, creating a life that I can feel proud of, in building systems that are helpful to me, in really developing better connections with people, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this scary thing. And yes, I did know where the camera was the whole time, and it took me like halfway through this video to feel confident enough to look at it, rather than stare at my own face and freak out about like what I look like. My hair's kind of a mess right now. You can probably see some sparklies, see some grays. But I think a big part of the stuff that I'm doing throughout this time that we're spending at home is accepting that and trying to be less self-conscious and more focused on what am I doing, right? Like, what is the point? What am I contributing? So if you were also feeling that way, feel free to drop a comment below, or you can also respond to Ms. Spencer about your routine. You can tell us what are some goals that you have for yourself this year, and let's just take some time to really think about how we're feeling and what we can do for ourselves, because the world's kind of on fire, right? And it's really important that we take some time to come together and take care of each other. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe if you would like to see more, because that will probably force me to make more. Bye!